Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Mocha Says. Today, we're going to be reviewing Real Housewives of Rhode Island, Season 1, Episode 10. Let's get into it, see what Mocha has to say. So the car, they get to the Frank Sinatra show of Rosie's husband, and, Alicia is saying out of respect for her family and, just her thoughts in childhood, Liz should be able to understand and not give so much pushback. And I agree. I agree. Like, Liz is acting like she was the one attacked in this situation. It's very odd. But Liz is in a bad mood. Then they show up to the venue. Liz is in a bad mood. She's not like throwing a fit, but she's just, you can tell she's not in a good mood. And so Joe, Alicia, and Liz sit down at the table, before the show, and Alicia, she's like silently bawling. Joe is still trying to like be a mediator. They're not arguing or anything, but Joe's like trying to up the mood, but I'm just like, Joe, just like let it go. So Alicia is silently bawling, fat tears coming down her face. She's trying to hold it in, but she's so emotional. And Liz, she just has like, it seems like she has no empathy. She says in her confessional, she stands behind Alicia never being homeless, and that she doesn't want her to even have that kind of mindset about her childhood. But who are you to dictate that, or try to control how she interprets and experiences and expresses her childhood memories and feelings about her childhood? And she's saying like it's not a good look on her family. How do you know? Leave her alone. She's the one in that family. You might know them and be close to them and grow up with them, but Alicia's the one who is in that family and had the full experience of it. So, and still is. So I don't understand why it's just so weird to me. Like, Liz needs to chill. She just seems like she has no empathy. She seems very cold-hearted. And I just don't understand why she cares so much now, even now after Alicia was crying and you saw how much it all affected her, and she expressed to you that she didn't like it. How you were still standing 10 toes down on this is crazy to me. So, all the other ladies show up, and Liz says that Joe is two-faced. She's saying pretty much at the dinner that the three ladies went to, Kelsey, Liz, and Joe and their husbands went to, and their men's or whatever went to, how Joe was saying that, it doesn't sound like Alicia was homeless. So she's saying she didn't agree that she was homeless then, but now she's all being the like person saying, just accept what she's saying and everything. She feels like she's very disingenuous and very two-faced. And I can understand why Liz thinks that. So when Ashley shows up, she's like, is everything okay? And I have to tell you, whenever Ashley, ever since the last episode, the way Ashley has been shown to express her anxiety, her reactions, like her little expressions to things when she's stressed, it gives me anxiety watching it. I do not want to see that. But she has one of those like weird moments again at this table. It's very small and short-lived though. Not as bad as trivia night. But yeah, so Rosie and her husband walks out. It's sort of cute, and Rosie goes to the table with the other woman, and her husband walks on stage and he does his show. And Liz and Joe go outside for a cigarette. Well, really, Liz goes out for a cigarette. Joe follows her and is talking to her, and I'm just like, okay. It seemed fine to start, but then Joe just keeps like pushing it. And then Liz, I'm sorry, I probably shouldn't say this, but she's sort of even like low key crackhead energy or like alcoholic energy. I don't know. It's a little weird. And, so Liz goes inside. She's like, stop, because Joe, for whatever reason, is still she's like trying to force Liz to talk to her. And Liz does not want to talk to you. So I don't understand why Joe is so pressed on Liz talking to her about the situation. Let them breathe. Like, I don't understand. Joe, back up. So, Liz is like, you get away from me. And like, I think she's like, get away from me. And so she walks back inside, and Joe does this like extra exaggerated bouncy walk. What did I do? She like bounces and walks inside. And I'm just like, I mean, did you guys notice too? Her walk is a little extra exaggerated with the bounce. Like, it's too much. It's like she forces a bounce in her walk so she could. It just looks so animated. It looks like animated rage, animated anger. It's so funny. Oh my god. So yeah. Anyways, I don't understand why Liz is so upset still. Like, I understand her being upset about Joe being in her face, but like, why is she upset about Alicia being upset? She's like trying to act like she's a victim. And Alicia is like, she's really good. She knows how to handle this situation with Liz, obviously. But listen, Joellen, she walks back to the table and she does this whole bouncy walk, exaggerated, animated bouncy walk, anger walk back to the table. I'm like, okay, whatever, Joe. Okay, so yeah, so they're arguing. Joe will not leave Liz alone. They sit back at the table. The guy is singing on stage, and Joellen is still trying to talk to Liz. Like, Liz don't want to talk to you. It's so crazy to me. Okay, so they get into like a little back and forth while the show is going, and then Alicia's like, "Stop, guys, stop." And Rosie's just like, "Look, I'm just happy it's not me." And Joe is like in her face, Liz's face. They're both sitting in the chairs right next to each other. And Liz pushes Joellen's chair, and it slides like 3 feet away. And Alicia's like, "Joe, don't react. Don't react." And then Joellen ends up like leaving. She leaves in her car. So Alicia and her husband and their little daughter meet up with the rest of their family at a restaurant. Her daughter did a recital, and they're celebrating her. She is a really good dancer. Oh, very cute, very nice. And so Alicia has her family rearrange their seats so that the aunts and older women can be next to her, and the daughter isn't, on the other end of the table and doesn't hear the conversation. But she tells her family and her mother, who is there, about the situation with Liz, and how Alicia described the trauma from her family and the homelessness and the dad leaving. And the mom agreed. She was like, "You were homeless." And one of the aunts says she feels insulted that Liz is even saying this to Alicia. And Alicia says Liz is abusive. She says in her confession, she says, like, "I'm sorry, that feels so good to say, but she's abusive." And I mean, I could sort of see that. Liz gives like emotionally abusive, psychologically abusive. Yes, for sure. But one of her aunts is like, or family members is like, I think Liz is jealous of you. Alicia's saying she's not jealous of me. Alicia's like, "I'm not perfect. I'm far from it." Yeah, she pretty much is just saying like she's not married. She said that, she said she didn't even like how her husband or fiance proposed to her. And she asked him she told him that she would like, and they show a flashback of her mentioning like she would like that if he proposed to her, properly. And he was like, "What? That would be crazy." Like, he was like trying to laugh it off, like not taking it seriously. But I don't know. I think that said a lot. That really stuck out to me when she said that he didn't propose in a nice way. That's crazy to me. It's probably why they're not married, because he wasn't really like taking it seriously. Lord have mercy. Anyway, she's just saying all these things like she is not perfect. But yeah, and then another aunt is like, she said, "Well, Alicia, is it the medication that she takes? Is it the medication that Liz takes?" I'm like, okay, so I'm not crazy for my comments I made earlier. She gives a little like abuse of drugs. Maybe she's high on the time on marijuana, but maybe like a little like low key crackheadish, or like a little bit of an alcoholic. I hope that's not offensive to anyone, but like She sort of gives that. I hope she's not though. Anyway, so yeah, when the aunt asks that, the mom is tickled and she is laughing at the table. So I don't understand this whole thing. Liz, the way she was describing her relationship with her family, Alicia's family, you would have thought they would have had a different reaction, but they're very disappointed in her. And then another aunt, she was like, so you're telling me, she says, if Alicia walked in here right now, she would pretend to be your friend? So I'm like, oh, so Alicia's family does not like Liz. Wow, Liz. I cannot wait until they talk about this at the reunion. So, yeah, her aunt's like, I think that she might be paranoid from the medicine. Anyways, moving on. So Liz, Kelsey, and Dolores, they meet up. They go to Dolores's house, and this in the yard. And Liz says that, Kelsey says that Joe texted her about the Liz and Alicia drama. She didn't say what happened. She was like, oh my gosh, there is drama here. And so Liz gives her take on it. She pretty much says that she is really upset with Joe. She said she already apologized to Alicia, and she's really annoyed with Joe because she's being two-faced. She's being a fake peacemaker and trying to act that role out like no other. And she was really mad because Joe Ellen kept touching and putting her hands on Liz. And I agree, Joe was doing too much. And she sort of Liz like insinuates that she's like, she knows what she's doing, like insinuating that she was trying to get Liz to act out because she's supposed to be the scary one. And I sort of agree, like the way Joe was in her face is like, you're trying to like antagonize the girl. You're provoking her. So yeah, I agree. So Rosie and her hubs, they go to the beach and they meet her husband's immediate family, mom, dad, and other kids. And it seems like, I think there's 7 of them total on his side, like 7 sons and daughters total. And so her husband's dad asks Rosie, he's like, speaking of kids, when are you guys going to have kids? And she's like, and yeah, so Rosie says that if her husband wanted to have kids, like, I don't know, she was like 10 years from now, that's something she would have to seriously consider. But she was like, but when we got engaged, we agreed that we were good either way, with or without kids. So yeah, she just sort of reminds her husband of that and tells the father, her husband's dad, and he's like, you'd be a great mom. You would do good at it if you wanted to, but it's your choice, which I'm glad he said that. I don't like when people pressure women to have children, especially if you're not going to be whatever. Anyway, so we go to Ashley and their cafe that her husband owns, and they're having talks because the lease is up soon, and they have to think about if they want to keep the business or move somewhere else or what they're going to do. And she's like, so today we're just trying out different ideas, ways to bring in more business. And so he's like letting her test some new drinks, and yeah, they look cute. They look tasty. But yeah, as they're talking about the coffee shop and the husband, he slightly looks depressed, and like at the end of this clip, and I'm like, looking depressed, but definitely stressed. And I don't know. I feel like he doesn't have to be stressed. I feel like he can still do the coffee shop. I mean, if he somehow like downsized the business. And I think that he should pour into his social media. Like, you can do your social media in a way where it's like still protecting your private life. And I mean, they are on a reality show, but yeah, you can still do it in a way. I don't know. You could be a content creator for a lot of things. So different genres, so I don't know, maybe just bring in more money, alleviate the stress, I don't know. You could like be in the content, but have your wife or her assistant edit it. I don't know. He just seems so stressed, like very, very stressed, and like Loki. He seems like also depressed about the whole thing. So anyways, I hope they figure it out. And yeah, I hope they figure it out. Joellen shows up to Kelsey's house. They're doing painting, and Kelsey actually has a background in painting, so it's something that is actually something that's a talent of hers. And yeah, she has some nice paintings. She's talented. She's very artistic. And so Joel is giving Kelsey a drama recap, and she was really saying, she is like, Liz was berating me. What? You were berating her. Girl, anyway. And Joe was like, the biggest problem was I wasn't a good enough mediator. Girl, you really needed to let go of that role that day, because you were doing too much to try and play into it. And then this is something that I truly believe was a producer setup. Then Joe, after she tells her the drama recap, she goes, so Kelsey, I mean, not to make you uncomfortable or anything, but where do you stand around all this? Like, do you think I'm crazy? Do you think I'm wrong? And I'm like, now why would Joellen ask her where she stands on this? Like she was there or something. Like, I truly believe producers told her to do that because Kelsey had said that she wants to stay out of drama, especially when it involves like Liz and Joellen or whatever. I don't know. I just thought that was odd that she said that, because why would you even say that? So where do you stand with all this? What do you mean? Like, she wasn't there. Anyways, so Joellen, her expressions are so exaggerated. Just in her confessional, she's like hunched over, but just like that bouncy anger walk that she was giving, she's so exaggerated, which is okay. It's just something that I noticed. So Rula and Liz go to lunch, and another recap of the drama. Liz gives it to Rula, and yeah, I mean, yeah, they're pretty much just like talking mess about Joellen, because they both don't like Joellen. And it's just like questioning if she's authentic, and I sort of question that as well. I don't know. This is the first season, so I'm just observing. Ruler, she also says, Liz, she shouldn't be talking too much, because I've heard that she's not so loyal to her husband. I've heard some things about her too. So pretty much saying, yeah, Joellen cheats on her husband. So yeah, that should be fun to discuss during the reunion. So Kelsey and her boyfriend go to work out. There's like a personal trainer, and they're getting a workout in. And during this workout, they make it official. I guess they never talked about being like officially boyfriend and girlfriend, but interesting. But they made it happen, I guess. There in front of the trainer, it became official. So she tells the producer that, first of all, she tells the producer that her boyfriend waited for her. She likes to test loyalty. She likes people who are loyal. And to test his loyalty, she had him wait 1 year for her, like be celibate for 1 year. And she was like, in the confessional, she was like, yeah, I mean, I did this test on him and he did great. He passed with flying colors. He waited for me. He stayed celibate for 1 year. I mean, he stayed celibate he waited for me. He stayed celibate for me. And the producer was like, how long? She's like, a really long time. And she was like, but how long? She was like, I don't know, a long time. And she was like, but like, how long? She was like 1 year. And she says it so like seriously and innocently. I mean, I don't know, sort of giving naive, because that's an unreliable test. How do you know? Anyways, okay. I don't know. Whatever, girl. Anyways, that's so funny. So the boyfriend, they're sitting there talking after their workout at the gym, and the boyfriend wants Kelsey to figure out something to get a different car, because he does not like that the ex is paying for it. But Kelsey is like, I mean, he's not going to pay for it. He doesn't like that my ex is paying for my stuff, and I understand that. But also, it's not like if he stops paying, he's going to pay it for me. So I'm just like, I know that's right. Like, if you're not going to pay my stuff, don't be telling me to tell other people not to pay my stuff if they're offering. Okay? Like, absolutely not. He just needs to get over it. Like, whatever. So Kelsey brings up, like, he's also paying for my health insurance to her boyfriend. She's like, I have that brain thing. And so Kelsey tells us that she went to go get an MRI for something. I can't remember. And they accidentally found that she actually has like a small brain tumor in her head. And, every day she has to get like mandatory screenings and all these things. So yeah, she needs health insurance, some good health insurance. And yeah, she's like, it's not going to be easy for me to just like say no, stop paying for it. She's actually saying she's not going to because it doesn't make sense. So anyways, Bill is the boyfriend's name. So Joe Ellen and Liz meet up at a restaurant and they're talking. Joellen is not with the mess. Liz is trying to be really nice. And I'm sorry, other way around. They show up and Liz is not with the mess. Joellen is trying to be very nice and make jokes and like, they're sitting outside. So she's like, I'm so cold. And then she like shows that her nipples are protruding through her shirt. Like she's trying to play nice. Liz isn't playing mean. She's just being neutral. She's just not being fake. So, yeah. So anyways, they're talking about things and like everything that happened in their conflict. And John's like, they're arguing. She's like, Liz, you're like my best friend. And she was like, stop saying that. Liz is like, stop saying that. We are not best friends. We've never been best friends. And Joelle's like, in her confessional, like, someone who I truly consider one of my best friends to say they're not my best friend is actually crazy. It's hurtful. It's insulting. It's disgusting. And she, yeah, I don't know. She says that it hurts her. And they're talking, and after Joe Ellen called Liz aggressive and said how she kept putting her hands on her, she pulled her hair and she kicked her chair, and they show flashbacks, of course, we already saw. So it wasn't like a hard pull, but Liz did touch Joe Ellen's hair with like 2 or 3 of her fingers at least, and like tugged on it a little bit, slightly. She did do it. And then she says she pushed her chair, and Liz is like, that never happened. Oh, you're the devil. And I'm like, I mean, you did push her chair, but you pushed it, I don't think, for any crazy reason. Like, it wasn't like too hard of a push. It was a push good enough to slide her down the table, but like slide to her chair to the other side of the table. But I mean, it wasn't anything crazy. But you did like push her chair. But she leaves, and yeah, that's where they end. So, I mean, that was the episode, you guys. It was very good. I enjoyed it. And let me know what you think down below. Comment, like, and subscribe. And I will talk to you all next time. Bye.